So welcome everybody. It's so nice to see some familiar faces and there are some new faces as well, which is absolutely awesome as well. So first of all, Happy New Year. We're at the beginning of 2026, and this is quite a phenomenal year, by the way, because in numerology terms, 2026 is, it equals to a one, and so it's all about new beginnings. It's really about new beginnings. So, are you ready for what could be just the most magnificent year ahead for you? And I hope you all are, because this is a good energy. It's about being very, very clear in what you want to achieve. So I'm hoping that we're all in the best space possible to be able to serve others, to be able to help others, for us to be able to give more of what we can offer to others. So I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you all for watching the recording if you can't be live. This is really, really incredible information that I'm going to be sharing. It is really, for me, my calling. And I've called this particular masterclass the Root Cause Revolution, because I do believe that results come from really addressing the root cause. And as I go through the presentation today, you'll understand why I'm so passionate about getting to the root cause, and it's because of the experience that I've had over the years. So I'm going to share my screen. I've got a little bit of a slideshow that I'm going to just work through, and then plenty of time for questions and answers at the end. And hopefully even along the way you'll be able to pick up some tidbits and learn some things. And then if you feel like this is resonating with you, if you feel like this is your next step, then you and I can have a conversation. So there's no pressure here. Don't worry. This is about just learning what there is on offer, and hopefully some additional information. So let's dive straight into it, because I do want to share quite a lot with you. So I want to welcome you to Kedon, and I really want to uh, sorry, I am just wondering why this is not. There we go. It is working. It's all working. Awesome. So, as I mentioned to you, this for me is about really expressing how important it is to go to the root cause. And so I've called it root cause revolution, because I do feel like this is the next step in our health system. The next step in our health system is really about, getting to the root cause. So it's the root cause, it's about energy, and it's about the inner intelligence. And so, for those of you that don't know me, I just want to tell you a little bit about my story. So, this is, you can see it's a really old photograph, but it was actually done in the year 2000. And if you can see here, right in the very middle, it was my grandmother's 90th birthday. This is not the whole family. This is some of the family. I have 38 first cousins. I come from a really large tribe. Um, and there's a little arrow pointing to where I am, because I was already 2 years into my journey when this started. So I was moving through so much of my own healing at this particular time. And really, what it was I was told 2 years prior, by two specialists, that I would not be able to conceive children naturally. So for me, it really was about healing me. And when the medical side told me that, I did try and investigate everything I possibly could on the natural side to try and put my body back into balance so that I could heal myself. And so my journey really began when I was 28 years old. So this is me, 28 years old. I had a metabolic age of 43. So I really, you know, didn't realize that my body was in such a imbalanced way. And there was so much happening in my system. I mean, it wasn't just that I had, polycystic ovaries or inverted uterus or twisted tubes, or my hormones weren't balanced at all. I was obviously carrying lots of weight. I just was in a state of huge amounts of stress, huge amounts of inflammation in my system, and I knew that something needed to be done. So it took me 4 years. So it's not a quick fix, it's not overnight, but the minute I started implementing, I did start seeing results. But 4 years later, at the age of 32, my metabolic age was 25. So I had taken it from 43 down to 25. And now I am currently 56 years old and my metabolic age is 39. So, and to be really honest and really truthful with you, I do feel so much better than what I did at 28. So I've actually doubled my age, biological, but I have really still reduced how my body is functioning at a root cause level and at a biochemical level and at a cellular level. I've got more energy now than what I had at 28. My body is functioning so magnificently for me. And so I know that number one, the work can be done and we can reverse the symptoms that we have. And number two, it can be sustainable. It can really be sustainable across all the years. So this is why I'm so passionate about really teaching what I do and expressing to people that there is a sustainability in wellness. You don't have to do the yo-yo effect. It doesn't have to be up and down, up and down, up and down. There is a way that you can embrace your wellness so that you don't hit the plateaus, so that you keep moving forward, so that you keep moving towards whatever your goals are. And for me, it is my goal is because I did conceive children, but my goal is to be that very young granny. That's what my goal is. So I still have a way to go. And these are my kids. They are, this photograph was taken when my daughter turned 18 years old, because that was the day she was born. And this was 18 years later. But they are now 23 and 21. And for me, I have had the sustainability of the wellness of the health over more than 23 years now. So for me, it's what I implemented all those years ago. I really have seriously just kept going, really kept going. So, so I know that it can be done. I really know that it can be done, and I want to continue doing it. So besides being a mom to these absolutely gorgeous kids, I am also a mom to some fur babies. So yes, this is my I just they are my children. So I just always have to include them because I just feel they're really close to my heart. So part of looking after my children naturally, I also look after these animals naturally. I actually had my Labrador, who is 11 years old. I had her at the vet yesterday, and the vet actually said to me, "Oh my gosh, she looks amazing for her age. Her weight is amazing. Everything is just amazing." And it's as if I've put years onto her life, and it's because of what I feed her and the way I treat her and the exercise and the movement that we do. So yeah, my fur babies are part of my family, and they're part of my regime as far as looking after the health of them. So what did I do all those years ago? And yes, I could have done just the traditional medicine route, but I also do realize that the traditional medicine route would have been very, very costly. It would have really come with no guarantees. And for me, that was looking at IVF. Back, 28 years ago, it was, really looking at was there a possibility of IVF really working for me, and the risks outweighed the costs at that stage for me when I was already exposed to some natural things that I could put into action. And so I just dived in. I studied everything I could, and everything I studied, I implemented. And back then, nobody was really talking about energy. Well, very few people were, and very few people were talking about natural vibrations. But I still asked the question, like, why not? And the more I dived, the more it just made sense to me. So I have spent the last 25 years in natural health, in coaching, in leadership roles, and in frequency-based healing. So it has taken me all this time to share it with everybody else. So here's the time to share, because now there's been thousands and thousands of transformations that it's now overwhelming to me. It's like there's been so many results that have come from what I've shared that it needs to go deeper. And I've asked this question to AI, what is the problem with the wellness industry? Why is the health system the way the health system is? And honestly, I didn't generate this. This is generated by AI. And it really did floor me, but it made a lot of sense to me that, the first reason that the health system is the way it is because we treat the symptoms. We have the doctor's visits, there is prescriptions, there's repeat. It's a really good economic model. It really is, which is why I understand that it's there, because it makes so much sense. But if we go down to the second reason, there's a moderate profit involved here. There's occasionally diagnostic with blood tests. It's less frequent. There's less money involved. The third reason, it's low profit, and this is lifestyle nutrition. This is dealing with sleep, stress management. It's very low billing and not scalable. And then when we go down to the fourth reason, absolutely no profit in it. This is systemic imbalances. This is when you're dealing with your gut, your trauma, your epigenetics. It's unbillable, it's unscientific by insurance standards. So that's why it doesn't make sense as an economic model. And then the fifth reason is actively undermined. When I saw those words there, this is what floored me, and this is what encouraged me to share this, because this is shifting you. This is shifting your belief systems. This is you making an impact on you. And this does threaten pharmaceutical, because this is you taking responsibility for your own health. And it becomes very personal, and it becomes shifting cultures, which I think is so necessary in today's world. If some of us, not all of us, but if some of us can take control of ourselves, that is going to make a huge impact on the health system. And it doesn't put that much strain on the insurance companies as well. So I'm not saying that this is for everyone, by the way. I'm saying this is for you, or the people that are called to listen to this, to engage with this, and to take the action that is necessary to put your own body back into balance. When your own body's in balance, then you know that there is a possibility that you can share the information, help others, and be part of a root cause revolution. So we all know the stats today. 1 in every 2 Americans have chronic diseases. 1 in every 4 have more than one chronic disease. And so this is all about, managing the systems, and this is what dominates. Also the quick fixes. I mean, a lot of people, they still come to me and they still want the quick fix. And as much as I say to them, it's not a quick fix, but it's a sustainable fix. A lot of people don't want that, because we've been trained into the dependency of a quick fix. Like a tablet is going to heal the pain immediately, and people have been used to that. Instead of the pain actually telling you there's something that I've got to take notice of. I don't want to numb the notice. I don't want to numb the communication. I want to hear the communication. And so what has actually happened over the last couple of decades is that burnout has become very common. And this has become common for clients as well as frontline workers. Frontline practitioners have hit the burnout because it's just system after system after system that they're treating. And people are coming back time and time again without any real sustainable solutions. And so it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It is really, really hitting burnout stage. So this is also what a lot of people term as band-aid approach. And it is failing, because the system management does not equal healing. And the chronic fatigue, the inflammation, the burnout is all still on the rise. So we might find that ourselves and a lot of people that we know are doing all the right things, and yet they are still stuck. We're still stuck, yet we are absolutely trying everything that we've been told should be the right way to do it. So I want to tell you, the truth is that people are not broken. They're not broken. They are overloaded. They are absolutely overloaded. And the root cause And what the root cause healing really is about, it's about asking why and not what. It's about listening to that body's intelligence. It's about restoring internal balance. It's about true healing requires the depth we need to go deeper. Why? Why? We need to ask why a few times to get to the depth. And then the healing happens when the body feels safe. It really feels safe. So I truly believe that the overload has come from three core disruptors. And the first disruptor that I find all the time is toxins. The body just can't release them. And then there's trauma. And the trauma has hit so much that the nervous system can't process it. And then there's our thoughts. And it's the subconscious has accepted certain things as truth and has lived in that reality. So, is it time to break the mold? Is it time to find the solutions? What has happened is that the toxins that are caused from an overload of chemicals, an overload of environmental issues, pathogens, and then energetically disruptions, what has happened there is that there is just too much of it in our body. And then what's happened with the trauma, it becomes stored not just in the nervous system, but in the fascia and in the organs. It's stored deep, deep down in our absolute tissues and our cells. And then with our thoughts, the subconscious programs actually shape our biology. So what we think about becomes our reality. And if we are thinking about, you know, we can't heal, or, something is, I'm stuck, or so these thoughts patterns that really are in the forefront of our mind on a daily basis, or that they've programmed there and they're sitting deep in our subconscious, that also is creating our reality. So it's time for a change. And healing is multidimensional. You cannot heal the body while ignoring the life that it lives in. So it has to look at internal and external environments. We have to look at what's happening inside this body at a cellular level and what's happening around the body, what's in the environment that we have put ourselves in. So our life that we are living impacts our health. It impacts the wellness. So it's the external and the internal. So wellness has to be addressed more holistically, because if you keep doing the same thing in the same environment, you're going to keep getting the same results. So it is about changing the environment internally as well as externally. Sometimes this work is pretty tough to do, and some people just cannot do it. So that's why I keep on saying this is not for everybody, but it is for those that are willing to do the work. I truly believe there is multiple wellness areas. And so during this program, I cover 8 different, I think, of the most substantial wellness areas. It's physical, mental, emotional, environmental, social, spiritual, your connection to source, whatever that may be, as well as your relationship with yourself and abundance wellness. Now, for those of you that have gone through the Power of Six program with me, you will know that I address 6 of these wellness areas. And I truly believe that there are more than 6, obviously, but the most crucial ones that make the most impact are definitely physical, mental, emotional, environmental, social, and spiritual. Those for me are massive, absolutely massive. However, if you do not have a relationship with yourself, you are not going to have those deep breakthroughs. And if you do not have faith around the abundance of your wellness, you are not going to have those breakthroughs either. So we're going to go deeper. We're going to go deeper into these wellness areas in order to have the breakthroughs that are absolutely, they can become a reality, and it's a necessity, in my opinion. So, what happens when the wellness areas are ignored? So, when we are not looking at, ourselves or our clients holistically, the healing then plateaus. We can get to a healing to a certain point, and then it just like, okay, the body goes, I'm done with that. What else is there? What else is there? But we don't go deeper, so it plateaus. And then we do get repeated patterns and relapses because we haven't gone deeper. And then we do hit the burnout and the frustration. So the true vitality requires balance across all the wellness areas, all the wellness areas. Because if we just look at physical, we're not going to be able to address the mindset, the emotional, the environmental, and everything has a ripple effect. Everything has a ripple effect. So have you stopped that ripple effect by just addressing one thing? So we don't want to just address the one thing. I believe symptoms speak through systems. Symptoms are not random. We don't get aches and pains in our body that are just aches and pains in our body. I truly believe the body communicates through systems, and each system stores specific stresses. So system-based work actually brings real precision. It really does. If there is an ache, a pain, inflammation, if there is a chronic illness, if there is something that shows up as a symptom, it's a system that is out of balance. It is a symptom that is being triggered by toxins, trauma, or thought. The system speaks to us. So we need to listen. We really need to take note of the body and the anatomy and the physiology of our clients, of ourselves. What system is out of balance? And what is the symptom that is showing up? I think it's really crucial with putting the whole, like it's putting puzzle pieces together. We are a human body that is always healing. We are always healing. Every day we are in healing mode. Every day our body is getting rid of old dead cells. We have new beautiful stem cells being born in our body every day, ready to do the healing. But if we don't address the symptom that is speaking through the systems, we're going to not allow the cells to do the real healing. So what are the systems? So the systems that I will teach about, and I do teach about these systems in layman's language so that everybody can actually get to understand them. The nervous system is massive. The circulatory system is another big one because we're talking about the heart and the brain. And then we've got our digestive system with all the gut microbiome. The hormonal and reproductive systems is part of the endocrine system. We've got the immune and the lymphatic system, the respiratory system. We've got the musculoskeletal system, the urinary or the excretory system. We've got the integumental system. So we've got all these systems that are within the human body, and any one of them can go out of balance, or multiple ones can go out of balance because actually they all connected. Everything in our body is connected. These systems don't stand alone. But when the symptoms speak through the systems, that gives us the knowledge that we need in order to help the body to put the body back into balance so that the body can heal itself. So sometimes the symptoms are whispers and they just come up with a little twinge, just something that is a little bit out of balance. And other times the symptom speaks loudly and there is a chronic illness that is broken out and the body has said no more. We need to address this. So when it becomes a real loud chronic illness or symptom, we have to take massive notice. But we also have to ask all the why questions so that we can see, where was that trigger? Where did it start from? Because it might be shouting really loudly in the nervous system, but it might have just been that gut microbiome that was out of balance. Or it might be shouting really loudly in the reproductive system. The amount of women that have got infertility issues in this world today is far beyond what we ever imagined. But why? Have we asked the question why? Why are the hormones out of balance? Why are the biochemicals not showing up as all balanced? Why? And it might have something to do with the lymphatic system. And then this respiratory system, with the amount of chemicals that people are inhaling through vaping nowadays, it blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. But it's not, the chemicals are not just going to affect the respiratory system. They get inhaled into all the cells. There's going to be another ripple effect. So we cannot look at a client or a person in one dimension. We have to look at the systems and we have to look at the wellness areas. We have to look at this more holistically. So, what do each system holds? Each system holds specific toxins. Each system holds an emotional imprint. Each system holds specific trauma patterns. Each system holds subconscious beliefs and frequency signatures. So this is what we need to unpack. So some examples of systems storages. When the nervous system is out of balance, it really does store trauma and survival patterns. When the digestive system is out of balance, it could be fear, it could be control, it could be safety. You know, I've said this to my clients over and over again. When they're trying to remove that belly fat, it's because those digestive organs don't feel safe. They don't feel safe. But it might not have stemmed from digestion. It might have stemmed from the nervous system, from some trauma that happened. So we've got to look at all the systems. And then when the reproductive system is out of balance, it could be that your identity is not showing up. For instance, you know, women standing in their feminine power, standing in their self-worth. So there are other things that we need to take into consideration. And we don't guess. You don't guess when something is wrong. We decode it. We go deep. And then there's the frequency. And unfortunately, frequency for me is a non-negotiable because everything is energy and everything is frequency. Your cells, your thoughts, your emotions all vibrate. Low frequency actually attracts dysfunction. Toxins lower frequency. Trauma fragments the energy. But if we have intention and coherence, it can restore the balance. So for me, putting a wellness program together without frequency is you know, it's just a non-negotiable for me. We've got to add in the frequency. We've got to understand the frequency at an atom level, at that deep level. The system, the organ, the tissue, the cell, but then we get right to the atom. We've got to understand what has disrupted those cells. What frequency is playing out in somebody's life, in somebody's system. So frequency for me is massive because frequency enhances and truly, truly supports all healing. So what frequency can do, it can raise cellular vibration. It can support the detoxing functions. It disrupts the pathogenic patterns. It restores the coherence in the body. So you've heard me talk about pathogens. When I talk about pathogens, I'm talking about parasites, bacteria, viruses, fungus, molds, heavy metals. So it disrupts the pathogenic patterns. This is why frequency is super important to be able to actually understand it, unpack it. And I've been working with frequency equipment for many, many years now, decades. And this is why I know it has to be incorporated alongside a wellness package. So what is the solution? The solution is a vitality coaching certification, which includes a 12-month root cause practitioner pathway. So what this certification will give you, it's a clear systems-based framework. It will give you confidence to work at a root cause level. It will give you tools for physical, emotional, and energetic healing. This is what excites me so much, because every month we will be working through one body system at a time. We'll be going through what disrupts that body system with the toxins, the trauma, and the thoughts. We will be going through nutrition for that body system and frequency tools. We'll be integrating it into the different wellness areas so that you can actually learn whilst you're actually implementing and integrating, and you can actually earn whilst you learn as well, because there are already programs that I've put together that you can invite people to so that you can deepen your clients and yourself as you're learning. So it's just a beautiful, beautiful way of experiencing everything. So it's not about the information. This is about the experience. It's about you having the experience. It's about your clients having the experience. It's about putting things into action to get the results. So every month we'll be covering at least one system, one wellness area with everything that has an impact on that. And so that you will get a really clear understanding. For instance, I'll just give you an example. 2 days ago, I had a 17-year-old young girl come and see me with her mom, because her mom is really worried that for the last 2 years, slowly but surely, her energy has just been depleted. So much so that she's 17 years old and she's got no motivation, but she's got no energy to even get out of bed in the morning to do anything. And when I started unpacking and unpacking and asking why and getting to the root cause, 2 years prior, she had an incident at school that triggered her nervous system. It triggered the pathogens that were in her body. It triggered her emotional state. So that's why we cannot just look at one angle. We've got to look at what happened to her emotionally, what happened to her pathogenically, what happened to her in the systems in her body. And the minute I put that picture together, which it took an hour. So when you think about helping somebody, you can help groups of people, but you can help one-on-one people. And it doesn't take months to do when you've got the knowledge. So within that time, we unpacked it all and we put a plan in place. And I tell you now, she's excited, but her mother's even more excited because her mother sees the potential of what can actually come out. So it is so rewarding. It is so, so rewarding. We unpack it all to get to the root. Now, what happens on a weekly basis for those of you that decide to come on board with this is that we will have weekly live teaching and coaching calls. I would estimate, for those of you that are looking at times and like, how long is this going to take me to do? It's an hour and a half. It's an hour and a half every week. So an hour and a half of the coaching, the teaching. If you can't show up live, there is recordings that go into a membership portal. There are PDFs and ebooks, and there will be information that will support the learnings. But in the learnings and showing up as a group, oh my gosh, there's so much that actually happens, which is so beautiful because the Q&A is all integratable. And then you will be given practical applications to do, but it's not massive as far as the time that's going to take, because most of you as practitioners, as coaches, are already doing all the stuff. We are now going to be doing it in a different way. So it's not as if the learning is going to take you, 2 days out of your week. It's not that at all. But if you can show up for the live calls, that is going to be massive, because you're going to be able to actually take on board everything that needs to be done, and you'll be actually integrating it in those live calls at the time, learning about it, which is really what we want to do. So it's 11 months of learning different systems, different wellness areas, and going to the disruptors. But then in month 12, we're going to put that all together. So in month 12, we're going to do all the review, we're going to do all the revision. We're going to do all, so I'll actually have case studies along the way, but you'll be able to really build the confidence when it all comes together. And then in month 12, there is a certification. It's an online certification that you will take in order for you to be certified. So it's 11 months of learning and 1 month of revision. And that's how it's actually been structured, so that you've got to hit the ground running. You've got to be able to take this information and really implement it. And so it will be a year, but in that time, we will run programs that you'll be able to invite clients to, so that you can actually get to be a co-coach along the way. So it's very, very exciting. So who is this certification for? It's for coaches, it's for practitioners wanting better client results. It's for health practitioners ready to go deeper. It's for individuals that are seeking some true transformation. It's for purpose-driven individuals. It's for frontline health professionals that are wanting to avoid that burnout. Because I'm sure we all have colleagues, if not ourselves, that have actually hit that, ceiling on how much we can serve, how much we can help others. And so this is a way that we're avoiding that burnout by helping more people. And what I just absolutely love about this is that you come together with a group of coaches who all support each other. And I just love it. So what makes this difference? It is root cause focused. It's systems-based approach. It's frequency integration. It's nutritional science coaching, and it's trauma informed. So this is what you're getting together in the complete package. So the world is needing more root cause leaders, not symptom managers. It's not a quick fix coaching program, but we are going back to being guides to be able to guide people back to their vitality. That's what this is about. And this is the invitation to you. Do you want to be one of these root cause leaders? And if you do, it's time to join the root cause revolution. It's time to heal yourself deeply, but also transform others sustainably, as well as building a soul-aligned practice. This is not another course. This is a calling. This is for people that feel that stirring within them, that feel like I am meant to help more. I'm meant to serve more. I am meant to go deeper. I am meant to help it at a different way, at a different level. I am meant to do things differently. I am meant for this work. If you feel that, that's what I'm looking for. So imagine this: no guesswork, no burnout, but a clear direction with confidence, and for you to be able to master root cause healing. It is so exciting, by the way, because the results are there. They're there. And I'm really excited that we already have some Keton coaches that have been on this journey with me. And this is why I know when the coaches come together and we share not just our own story, but stories about our clients, stories about what we've been able to, how we've been able to help. It is phenomenal. It really is phenomenal. It really is a place where we get to support each other. And this is why there is no burnout, because we are here to help each other. We're here to co-coach. We are here to be one, to be able to really go forward and know that you're not alone. You're not alone. You have your own practice, but you're actually not alone. So the root cause revolution is calling. Are you ready? Are you ready? And I know that I haven't I haven't planned this, I haven't asked this, but I am actually going to just call on one or two of the coaches that have been with me just to share. If you're up for it, ladies, if you're up for it and you're on the call, just to share what it means to be in this container, to be in this container of, like-minded professionals, like-minded coaches, like-minded people, and to go on this journey of becoming a coach. So I can see Kim's got your camera on. I don't know if Dr. Jill's got the camera on, but would any of you ladies like to share? Is there anything that is coming up for you that you've already been on the journey? It's not you're going to be on another journey, but if you'd like to share what you've, there we go, Kim. I'm going to just add you here. Cool. Welcome, welcome, Kim.
Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. This has been an amazing journey for me. And without my cohort group, there are ups and downs in life and there are challenges, but there's no better place than here to learn about what my root causes are, become alert, get healthy, be able passionately to live my dream, which when I was a child, I wanted to be a Dr. Jill, who's a doctor, medical doctor. And, but I had a different path. And I ended up caregiving for over 25 years to parents. I became very ill in the process because I didn't take care of myself. There were traumas, there were toxins, and the thoughts I'm still working on. So when Kerry was talking about specifically, self and self-care, we have triggers and we self-sabotage and we do it over and over until we are centered in who we are. So for me, my centering comes every week and then daily, because we're all in a certification group and we support each other, love each other. We've grown to really love each other. We're all different. I'm from San Francisco, obviously Golden Gate Bridge. But there are people from all over the world, and it makes it such a beautiful integration of love and warmth and wealth, of knowledge, of culture, of everything. It is the embodiment of the way I always view heaven to be. Everybody from different cultures, everybody loving each other. We're healthy because our health is our wealth. And then we get to share this with others and change lives so that they have vibrancy. Everything is about being vital and vibrant with the life and the days that we have on this earth. So every day becomes a joy and an excitement. And, it's not to say that there aren't going to be challenges and overwhelms. Let's be real. We all are going to have them. I have them. I have my ups and downs, and I was triggered in the fall by something, a big loss. And I started to, what did I do? Go back to my old pattern. My old pattern is emotional eating. Do I eat a lot? No, I don't eat a lot. But do I make the right choices all the time? Not 100% of the time. I thought I was so great, 95%, but I dipped to the 85% in the fall. So I've gained a little weight back, but my body wasn't feeling safe. So just for you to know, when your body is safe, you release, your body comes into alignment and it heals. And we just have to keep on going. What was the root cause? I knew the root cause. I didn't want to take hold of it. This is the work that we do for ourselves every week and with each other. And we just, I don't know, Jill came on and we have embraced her. We love her. There is Sylvia. It's so good to see you. So this has been an amazing journey. I've been with Kerry 4.5 years. I plan on being with her probably till my last breath. So there you go.
Awesome. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim. So, Dr. Jill, would you like to just, yeah, add what has this meant? Like, what have you learned? So different to obviously your medical practice, but what have you learned?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, so so I see there's another Gillian Jacobs. So that's why I changed my name to Dr. Jill on my screen. So um yeah. I've actually met another Gillian Jacobs about a week ago. So there's a few of us
Oh,
floating around. Um um yeah, so I'm a medical professional. I was trained in Western medicine. My day job is I'm an anesthesiologist. So um I know a lot about that, but then also I know that Western medicine doesn't have all the answers. Because I've been struggling with my weight as long as I can remember. Since I left school, basically. And if if Western medicine had all the answers, that wouldn't have been a problem for me, I thought. And but going through the Travology courses to doing these programs myself while I'm busy with the coaching certification. Um, I learned so much, and I never knew the root causes. I never knew to go look for the root causes of my weight or the root causes of why I don't have control of my eating or why I was eating or and how all the systems are interconnected. And how much your mental health plays on your physical health and how everything is connected and the pathogens in our bodies and everything is energy and everything is connected. Um, I'm, yeah, I've learned so much already. And I'm so excited to learn even more. And another thing that has been great in this journey has been the support of the other coaches. Um, that we all support each other and we all have difficult days and we all can feel overwhelmed, but we do support each other and it's such a safe, supportive space um to go through this journey. And of course we will be learning more with you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, looking
Awesome.
forward to learning more and sharing more.
Yeah. Lovely. Thank you, ladies. I hadn't planned it and I didn't even know if they were going to turn up. So that was lovely that you guys are here. But it has been just such a privilege for me to be able to know that you guys have learned and not just learned, but now you're helping others. So this is so exciting because I think this is exactly what we need. Like, Dr. Jill said, there's not always the answers in one place. And so this is what I truly think. You know how magnificent would be if we could integrate it all? If we could integrate Western medicine with all the natural stuff as well. I mean, that would be phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And so, I'm not saying that this is the only way, but I'm saying, have we looked deeper? And this is an opportunity for you to learn a different way, a way of actually looking at everything together and integrating it all together. So yes, Kim, you wanted to add.
Yeah, you just triggered something for me to say, and that is that in my journey, I just take the best of every modality. And what ended up happening is Western was failing me. I looked at so many, I've been in acupuncture, I've done a lot of things, and I still implement a lot of things. I don't say no to acupuncture. Kerry teaches aromatherapy, all this stuff. It all helps. And frequency has been for me personally, a game changer because I didn't even understand it at all. And was it last year? I think it's been about a year and a half. And I did not understand. I had been told for years, and it went in one ear and out the other. I was doing sound frequency and it went in one ear. And I've been doing that for years and years, thinking, well, I don't really understand. I'm just going to do it. And the music is beautiful. But it really does change the way our cells vibrate. and the way that our bodies respond to life. So frequency is everything. The words we speak are everything. We have a war on words in our brain. If we change how we think and what we say, it changes the frequency. So all I can say, yes, this is just what Dr. Jill said. It's a safe environment. I take the best of all modalities. This so happens to be a cut above the rest, with implementing all of these other things. I mean, truly, because Kerry is always on the cutting edge, doing the research, adding things. There is a wealth of knowledge. And then when we find things, we share, and she looks into it. So you have a voice. Let me just tell you, this is not just one voice. We all have a voice. And that is what is so incredible about being here, because if I learn something, I will write or tell Kerry, and will you check into that for me? Do you think that this is valid? And so we work together, and yet Kerry is an amazing master and leader in this arena. So there you have it.
Thank
Sorry,
you so much.
Kerry, you didn't know I was going to say all those things about you.
No, awesome. Thank you. So I'm going to open it up now and see if there's any questions that anybody wants to ask whilst we're on this call. Yeah, does anybody, you can just put your hands up or unmute yourself, and we are here to answer any questions. I see there's questions in the chat. Oh, wow. There's Sylvia also had your kids naturally. That's exactly it.
Sorry?
I was saying, yeah, you also had your kids naturally.
Yes. I'm very tired today, so can I add something?
Absolutely.
Yes. I have already enrolled because I have done 2 programs with Kerry, and I know Kerry also as a WildFit coach, so that's how we got to know each other. And it is amazing to go very deep in this, and we are going very deep in this. So that's why it was my motivation to get into this. I was wondering, how much work do we have to do? Like, okay, we do the calls. I normally watch them again and do my notes and so forth. And how much extra time do you think we have to spend every week on studying?
I really feel like when you show up for the call, just so much of the learning is integrated straight there and then. If you're somebody like Dr. Jill, it's like, give it all to me now. She went like full steam ahead and did it in a quick time. She was like, no, I want to get through the certification in the quickest amount of time. And so, it really is up to you. I really feel like it doesn't have to be overwhelming. It really doesn't. It really can be, if you've got additional time, you put extra effort into it, but it's very doable with those couple of hours a week. It really, really is. So yeah. I think we always get to do a little bit extra. If you're really interested in something, you'll spend more time on it. But this is not a full-time thing. It's not, honestly, most of the info is all there in the lesson for you to really go for it. Yeah.
Okay, great.
And
Thank you.
It's amazing, Sylvia, when your brain is interested, it absorbs.
Yes.
Like it absorbs on the first round. Like all of a sudden you're sitting there and every time I got off the phone when we were in a teaching mode, I'd call my girlfriend. I go, you're never going to believe this. I would integrate it almost immediately because I was so excited about it. So you could be telling your husband or your kids or your friends, all of a sudden it's just, and as soon as you get the information, it almost is. For me, I wanted to tell it, shout it off the mountaintops, because I was anatomy physiology TA, for heaven's sakes. You think I know all this stuff. I didn't know anything compared to what I know now. So,
Okay.
Cool.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you so much. I will
Thank
be
you.
off because I have to go to be somewhere else in a bit.
No worries. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So, yes, so just to let you know, we're going to be doing an introduction basically tomorrow. We're going to be starting tomorrow, but the official program is actually starting the first week in February. So the first week in February is the real kickoff, but tomorrow and the following week we are doing introductions to it. They'll be recorded so that, you know, there will be people that but we want to start for a whole month. We're going to focus for the whole month, and the whole month will be the first month will be the month of February. So that will be it. And then I'm going to Sohail, you were asking about hello, so good to see you. So you were asking about, I'm just trying to read there. The exact times of the session will be at this time that this started, but on a Friday for me, on a Thursday for you guys. So if you are in the evening, South Africa, UK, Europe, it'll be Thursday evenings. Kim's you the afternoon, Thursday afternoons, and for New Zealand, Australia, it's Friday mornings. So that's the times of the sessions, and yes, it covers all the information about the RAF machine and the RAF protocol, but the actual program doesn't include you purchasing it. That could be something that you can do or you don't have to do. So, so the program itself, just for those of you that are interested in the price, it's 5,555 New Zealand dollars. It can be paid off over 10 months, so 555 New Zealand dollars per month. There's payment plan, or you can pay it in full. And that doesn't cover any of the machines if you want to go down that route. You don't have to. This is about getting the information for your coaching practice, for your health practice. So that is different. But my experience comes obviously from having frequency machines, and I will talk case studies around what I've found, where I found it, why I found it, so that you can go deeper into that. Yeah. So yes, so tomorrow is the 7 a.m. So Hal, any other questions from you? You just unmute yourself there. Yeah.
Hi, Kerry. I was avoiding speaking because I've got kids in the room. So
That's
nice to see you.
Lovely to see you, and congratulations on your fourth arrival. That's so exciting.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you for everybody else here as well. It's very interesting. Now, I just wanted to check the DNA health assessment that you do, where you check everything. Is that incorporated in this training? Is that what we're talking about in this? Or is that something else?
No, it's something else. It's something else. Yeah. Yeah.
What modality do we use when it comes to sort of analyzing and assessing patients? What actually do we use? Is there any sort of equipment, or is it just taking a history? How do we do it?
It is going to be talking and taking the history. For those that do want to do the deeper dive and get all the equipment, we can have a separate call about that one. But this is really, for those of you that have been through the Thriveology program, you'll probably understand it more, because it's really step by step on the healing of the systems and the wellness areas. So in other words, you know, if somebody comes into the program, just by actually learning about them and asking the questions, you will be able to put all the puzzle pieces together so that you will be able to actually help them. And then that's why I mentioned earlier as well, for people that want to earn as you learn, you invite them to one of our programs, and they go through the process of cleansing, detoxing. We clean out the blood, we clean out the liver, we clean out the pathogens. And as they're going through all of those things and cleaning them out, at a cellular level, they realize that all of a sudden the symptoms are disappearing. So that's really what the learning is about. So Heal is taking them through the process of the cleansing, the detoxing, learning what nutrition is going to support what systems. and what nutrition actually causes the toxins and where they get stored. So that's really all the learning is taking place at that level. Yeah.
And at the end, what's the qualification? What does a person call themselves? Is it ketone practitioner or thrivology practitioner? What's the qualification?
It's a vitality coach certification, and it's under the Kedon brand. Yeah. So all of these coaches are Kedon coaches, and it just means that if you want to take one of the programs that Kedon offers, so in other words, the Thrivology program or the Power of Six program, you can take that as a certified Kedon coach and implement that yourself. So you will have access to those programs already set up for you so that once you get certified, you can run those programs yourself. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. Any other questions? I am really enjoying these questions because it really is awesome. Okay. Yeah. Same time. Cool. Well, if there are no other questions, please know that you can reach out to me. I will be sending everybody that registered a copy of the recording, as well as some information if you're interested and you feel it. I really want to work with people that are feeling it. If you feel it and you want to make a difference, then come on board and join this amazing, amazing group of incredible, incredible people and coaches that are just they're just making an impact in this world. And I know they love to be around me, but I love to be around you even more. so come and join us, and we have fun along the way as well, whilst we're learning, whilst we're earning. So it's really awesome. So thank you everybody for your time today. Thank you for being here, and I hope I see you all very, very soon. Take care. Bye.